Good morning, Aizain al Mushahideen. Concerned citizen decided to go live again on Saturday, August 5th, 2017. زي ما وعدناكم المرة الماضية بأنه نحن يوم السبت الجاي we're gonna go live because we have various issues that we wanted to discuss with you, and I hope all of you that انضموا إلينا عشان احنا نناقش قضايا مهمة جدا جدا، لأن كلنا we are all concerned. بلدنا كلنا، ولو في أي مشكلة we have to talk together and find a common ground and find a common sense, and we can give advice as well. نصايح اللي بيقدر يساعد أصحاب الشأن في البلد عشان at least يكون عندنا resolution في بلدنا. So today I'm going to focus on uprising because I do see this is the only solution for our problem. So please, I'm gonna wait for you, and I want everybody, just join us, and we start to start our discussion. Okay, I did invite everybody because I want you to join me so we can discuss together, the issues that pretending crisis in South Sudan. I believe last week we talked a lot about what should be done to bring the peace and stability in South Sudan. I'm going to make some mix today. I'm going to be doing it in Arabic and sometimes in English, and I really apologize to my friend who do not speak Arabic. But I promise I'm going to be fair. I'm going to try, to do my best so I can balance, the talk. But I want you too, to write your comment and, what do you think and how do you feel, and we can interact together because it's all about getting, common ground for a solution. I think last 2 weeks I did talk about the uprising. That should be the only solution for the people of South Sudan, because all the ways have been tried and nothing is working. Hello, and hi, how are you? And nothing is working, and then the government, the SPLM government, actually they are not interested in bringing peace to people of South Sudan. and South Sudanese are the one that paying the price. And there is a need for them to, to wake up, because you cannot just be dying from, hunger, disease, marad, and all this thing, and you are not saying nothing, because هذا شان يهمك. يعني انت كمواطن جنوب سوداني، انت في وضع يعني كئيب جدا جدا، وناس ما في زول فاضي بيك، فلا بد انك تتكلم. لانه حتى ولو كان مثلا احنا في دولة وليدة، يعني انت ما ممكن تقول يا اخي احنا بلد جديد وما ممكن احنا نطلع برا ونتظاهر وكده. ده من حقك على انك يكون في طلب، يكون في مطلب، لانه اذا كان الحكومة ما داير تقوم مثلا بدورها مثلا، فماذا يعني يجب يعني ان تفعل؟ يعني لابد انك يكون عندك دور فعال في هذا، لانه نحن شايفين كل الطرق مثلا have been tried and there is no solution so far. They are not trying whatsoever to bring any stability in the country. لانه ناس they are going back to refuge. نحن كنا لاجئين، هسه البلد طلع وناس تاني بدأوا اللجوء تاني، ماشيين شمال، ماشيين اثيوبيا، ماشيين يوغندا وما الى ذلك. فده كلام ما بينفع يعني، وانت كلكم عارفين الكلام ده. وانا كمان انا بتذكر السيدة الوزيرة نيانوغ، she is with us also, former minister of information in Warab State. I really appreciate for being part of the discussion, and I appreciate everybody for joining us today. So انا عايز اديكم قصة بسيط قبل ما نحن نخش في النقاش بتاعنا الفعال. القصة اللي أنا عايز أقوله ده كان في بيتعلق بأبرايزنج، بيتعلق بإنه يكون في تظاهر، لأنه لو ما عملنا مظاهرات سلمية في البلد ما بيكون في حل. أنا عارف كويس ما هيكون في أي حل عنده علاقة ما تظاهر، إنه مثلا يكون في حلول من قبل الشعب. القصة دي أصلا موضوع حصل في أمريكا، وقصة أصلا الزول اللي قال القصة ده هو former vice president of the United States اسمه آل جور، نائب رئيس أمريكي سابق اسمه آل جور. قال يا أخي كان في أمطار في ولاية صغيرة اسمه تينيسي، أمطار كان غزيرة جدا جدا، وبعدين كان في راجل مؤمن ظاهر هو قسيس، he was a pastor. I will say it in English as well. فهذا الرجل الأمطار بدأ تنزل والمدينة بدأ تغرق، المدينة بقى فيه غرق يعني فظيع جدا. فالمير بتاع المدينة اللي هو العمدة بتاع المدينة عمل احتياطات، يعني يرسل الناس بالباصات، يرسل سواقين بالباصات عشان يرحلوا المواطنين من المنطقة دي لحتة تانية to save them. So what happened actually, this pastor أبونا ده he didn't want to leave his town. He wanted to stay there. بقى قاعد in his own house. فالحصل جابوا باص، فهو رفض يركب باص، والمويه في الزمن ده كان في قاعدة البيت، يعني مثلا he was almost on the level down there, and he didn't want to leave his house. الناس بتاع المدينة كله طلعوا في الباص عشان يقدر يشيلهم لمناطق العالية، المناطق اللي ما فيه مطر جزء منهم ودوم في هوتيلات وجزء منهم ودوم ستاديوم. ورفض الابونا ده، قالوا له ليه يا اخي انت why you don't want to go with us, because we want to save your life because it's raining too much and it's a high flooded area. فقام قال Lord will provide. قال ربنا يساعد، يعني ربنا ينقذه في الموقف ده. فقال له yes we know that Lord will provide. فقال لا انا ما عايز اركب باص، ما عايز اركب اي حاجه، رفض. بعد فتره وجيزه المويه بقى يمشي فوق المياه، يعني بدات ترتفع، وصل على الدرجه دي انه مثلا خلاص طلع برا من روم. there is no way he can stay in room فقام رسل له مركب، لانه ليبل ده بيحتاج انه مثلا يكون في boat to take the boat so he can get out of the area. And he refused as well. He doesn't want to take the boat. He doesn't want to leave his house. People came and they wanted to help him, and he said, no, Lord will provide. Okay? And, well, nothing people can do. They left. He refused, to ride a boat so he can get out of the water. And more, the flood is still continuing, and then to the level that it reached the top of his of his building, his house. فهو طلع فوق في راس البيت، يعني طلع في راس في راس البيلدينج، بقى فوق. قام السلطات المدينة because they still, you know, eager. They wanted to help this man. They want to take him out of that flood because they don't want him to die. They sent a helicopter. And a door habil, you know, كل شيء, so he can just set himself, and so they can lift him up with helicopter to take him in a safer place. Also, he refuses. He said, no, Lord will provide. Imagine. Rasulullah bus, قال no, Lord will provide. ربنا يساعد. Rasulullah مركب, قال Lord will provide. Now Rasulullah helicopter, قال Lord will provide. And then nothing they can do. They all left, you know. Al-crew with the helicopter, they try their best. They talk to him through microphone and everything. But he refused, رفض. فهم مشوا. فخلوها كده. All of a sudden, the house is sinking in the water, and it collapsed, and the man died. حاجة مؤسف جدا. الرجل مات. بعد موت الرجل هو مشى السماء خلاص، لأنه كان قسيس، فبعد ما مات مشى السماء. القصة بيقول كده. فقابل ربنا، يعني مثلا he met God, you know. فقام سأل ربنا، قالوا يا أخي يا الله, you know, why you left me to die on that flood? أنت خليتني ليه أموت في الأمطار دي وفي السيول. ربنا قال له, what? I send you a bus and you refuse. I also send you a boat and you refuse. And I send you also helicopter to save you and you refuse. All right. And the man didn't say anything. لأنه ربنا قال له يا أخي أنا عملت ده كله عشان أنقذك، لكن أنت you didn't want to. I know you believe in me. You are a good person. But I did what I can do to save your life, but you refuse. The reason I'm saying this, most of the time people pray, oh, amen, God, you know, God would help us, we'll do this. Yes, no problem, God will help. لكن انتوا عارفين ربنا بيساعد لما نحن كمان بنعمل. لأن الإيمان من غير أعمال لا يساوي شيء. لا يساوي شيء. هذا الرجل مؤمن بربنا. ربنا ادانا عقل. ربنا ادانا عينين. ربنا خلق لنا يدين وادانا رجلين. There is a purpose for all this. رجلين عشان نمشي بو. طبعا انتوا عارفين. I don't want to explain all these things. يدين عشان نحن نشتغل بو. العينين عشان نحن نشوف بو. Right? So God gave us all tools to survive. And it's our responsibility to use all these tools to get out from any chaotic situation. نطلع برا من أي مأزق. لأن هنا أحسن مخلوق. ربنا دان عقل، ربنا دان عين، ونفكر. You know, so we can resolve all the issue. The reason I connecting this قصة مع موضوع اللي أنا قلت لابد إنه يكون في uprising في البلد عشان يكون في حل. لأنه ما ممكن إحنا ننظر لمشكلة وبيحصل. نحن بنموت كل يوم. And there is a way to get out of this. There is a way to get out of it. This guy or the government of SPLM نحن ياو جبناهم في السلطة. الشعب ياو جابوا في السلطة. Right? سودهم وجابهم. طيب لو ما عملوا شغل كويس. لو بقى مثلا يموت الناس. لو بقى مثلا ما عايزين يعمل تنمية. لو بقى مصرين إنه يكون في حرب. إنه ما يكون في سلام في البلد. The same people نحن الناس الجبناهم في السلطة. We have right to go on the street and say, hey, enough is enough. Our children have died. Mother have died. Elderly people have died. So many things happen. So this is the time, you know, to put all this arrest ونقول يا جماعة خلاص enough is enough. لكن انت لو داير تسكت بس وتعاين and you feel the pain, okay, في مشكلة حاصل. انت جعان, انت مرضان, انت بيموتوك, في حاجات كتير حاصلة وانت ما قادر تتكلم. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? نتيجة هيكون شنو يعني؟ مثلا انت بتكون ساكت ما عايز تتكلم؟ ها؟ اديني لحظة واحدة بذنك في الباب. معلش انا اسف انا قفلت الباب. لما انت مثلا في حاجة حاصل في البلد عشان كده أنا كلمتكم بموضوع بتاع uprising لأنه نحن عندنا tools. شعب بتاع جنوب السودان عنده tools في يدينهم. أوكي؟ فما يمكن يعني مثلا الناس بيموتوا وحاصل بلاوي وناس لسه ساكتين. القصة بتاعت الرجل الرفض اللي كان في فيضانات رفض على انه مثلا يعمل حاجة كويس ينقص حياته من المخطر اللي هو فيه. It has something to do with us too. لأنه أحيانا إحنا بنشوف المخرج لكن we don't try to act. لما نكون في مخرج دائما we need to act, we need to try, right? But by not trying, nothing is going to happen. And as they say, doing nothing is not an option. لأنه لما تقعد تهد وما عايز تعمل حاجة ده it's not a good option أصلا. ما نتيجة كويسة. فأنا بناشد شعب جنوب السودان من كل الأقاليم. It start from my home state نيومليل لمدينة أول واو جوبا كبويتا توريد ملكال. All these things is a time to act. It's a time to wake up. We cannot afford to wait. It's a time because you are dying anyway. You are dying anyway from hunger. You are dying away from disease, from war, from human rights violation and all these things. So it's the time for you to go out and stay there. Go out and raise your voice there. لازم يكون في uprising. لازم يكون في تظاهر سلمي عشان الناس ما عايزين حلول. ما عايزين حلول. كلمنا في موضوع ده كثير وظاهر people are not, trying to find the better way. وانا زي ما انا كلمتكم قبل شويه انا قلت يا اخي I need your opinion as well. What do you think مثلا we should do? I am very opinionated person. I always speak out and I point out and I talk. Okay? Some people criticize. They say, oh man, something might happen to you. A and B and C. It's not my issue, Keeping quiet is not an option at all. We have to speak up, especially those who are in diaspora. We have collective responsibility. زي ما المرة اللي فاتت احنا يعني مثلا سوقنا هنا 16 ساعة عشان نمشي نصوت للدولة الوليدة. We have that dream. That dream should never die. The hope always live. And we should, keep trying and trying and trying until the good thing will come out of it. Lonena, if you rely saying, okay, these people, they're going to bring peace. And we are not acting, I don't think so. Lani, you already realize that the government of SPLM, on the heading of President Salva Kiir, is not willing to bring any peace. It's not even willing to step aside. It's not. Okay? How many things that have been tried? They have been tried peace agreement. They have been tried national dialogue. Been tried even, reunification. So, the hulul right now, on our hand, as a sharp, Sudan. This is the time to speak up. This is the time to go out. This is the time to raise your voice. These people, they are not interesting. They are not interesting, actually, for bringing peace in the country. So we can have infrastructure. We can have at least the basic, life for the people of South Sudan. So why do we have to keep them? Why do we have to remain silent? Why? Just simple question. Why do we have to remain silent? Silent. Is it because Mr. President from our region? Is it because Mr. President from our tribe? Is it I am related to him? These are all nonsense. Why I'm saying they are all nonsense? لأن نحن كد هربنا oppressors north هربناهم كجنوبيين سودانيين ما هربناهم كلاتوكا ما هربناهم كباريا ما هربناهم كجرشول ما هربناهم كدينكا. So if you have that tribal mentality, my brother and sister, it's the time to get out of that box. Because that tribal mentality actually is not saving our interests. It's not saving our interest at all. It's not saving the interest of the country. The only thing that will save the interest of our country is the ideals, bringing all the ideas together. Me and you and him and her, bringing ideas together. Don't worry about their tribe. If people are not coming out because they think Salva is their son, Salva Kiir is their son, or this is their government, there will be no solution at all. And we will remain like that forever. But I want to ask one question. Is that what people of South Sudan have been fighting for? Were they fighting to be oppressed? Or were they fighting to be free and have a justice and liberty and prosperity? It's a question. I understand that the literacy is very high. People are not that educated. 80% of South Sudanese don't read and write. But that's not an excuse, because when someone is doing bad thing, you cannot say because I don't write or I don't read, I'm not going to speak up, or I'm not going to go out in the street and protest my right. It's not right. So we are running out of time. And you have seen what's happening. And I give example and example and example every time when I go live, every time when I speak. People in diaspora, we need to speak up. People back home, you need to go out in the street. You need to raise your voice. We need uprising, because Kir is not going to serve our interests. It's not going to. SPLM is not going to bring any peace in South Sudan. I'm trying to be positive as I can. But this is the reality. We cannot hide it anymore, We have been saying this over and over and over again. And people are saying, oh, you crazy, man. Facebook will become like place for like fawda and everybody can say whatever they want to say. No, it's not. Actually, it's a good place, to let your voice heard. We want people to hear what we are saying, right? It's not just for coming here and making fun, something like that. And I made a good example last week, when I spoke to you. I said, I have a job, I have a good job, and I'm providing my family. My kids are going to school. We got food on the table every night. I pay my rent. Everything okay for me here. Being here in diaspora, being here in America, because there is a lot of opportunities here. But imagine someone back there doesn't have someone here to support him. Doesn't have a job. Someone doesn't have nothing. And that's why we keep saying that the only solution for that problem, that crisis, the man-made crisis, they created that problem so they can stay in power forever. The only way we get out of that problem is all of South Sudanese to do uprising, to come out in the street and say enough and it's enough. Enough and it's enough. I don't know. I'm trying to invite some people here if they are really, to speak up. If you are ready, I'm going to invite you, and you'll be live too. I want to hear your voice. What do you think? What we can do? Suggest. We need to suggest more and more and more and more. As a concerned citizen, I already proposed. Round table negotiation. People from South government, rebel opposition parties, they need to sit down and diagnose the issue of problem in South Sudan, because there is no solution without sitting down and find the root cause of the problem. Isolation is not a solution. Isolating Machar or isolating G10 or isolating other political parties like Lama Call and all these things is not going to solve the problem. Instead, we need to sit down. They need to sit down and say, hey guys, enough and enough. We have the values. What is the values? The values that we have been fighting for. Adala, Hurriya, Masawa, win. Justice, liberty, prosperity, win. We were not just fighting to have a country. We were in country. We were in Sudan. That was a country. We were fighting because we want to make differences. We were fighting because we want to be different than the other countries that surrounding us. We want to be different than Uganda. We want to be different than Ethiopia. We want to be different than Congo. We wanted to be different. That's why we fought. It's not just to have a country. If it's just a matter of country, we were in country. But we have been marginalized. Our voice were not heard. There was no, we're not, development in South Sudan. No schools, no infrastructure, no all these things. Plus, we have been oppressed. So now we have our own territory. We have our own country. Why not just sitting on the round table and say, hey, we are brothers and sisters. And this is the time actually we need, to get along and solve the issue. Why not listening? Why? And actually that's the time, if the elite, if the politician, if the generals fail to do what they're supposed to be doing, is the time for ordinary citizens to step in and do the right thing. It's the time for them to do the right thing, All right. So, what do you think, my fellow brothers and sisters, South Sudanese? What should we do? Okay. What is your intake in this? Send me your comment. Sometimes, when I speak out, Sean, people think that I'm just making this because I want to be famous. Famous for what? Famous for what? Facebook is not going to make me famous. But we have to speak the word of truth. We have to speak the word of truth. If we are not speaking the word of truth, there would be no solution in our country at all. Right? There will be no solution. See, when they decided just to become part of East African community, what the interest we're going to get from that? What the interest we're going to gain from that? We are new, the literacy is high, okay? We don't have a lot of educated people, and now all of a sudden you're just going with the flow. You just don't go with the flow. You always look for your interest. That's the most important thing. But my call today, and I will continue doing this, بالرغم من في ناس بيقول ده مجنون وده he doesn't know what he's doing, SPLA what SPLA is doing to you now, what SPLM is doing is just to come out and tell the truth and speak the fact, and be a voice for those voiceless, because there are some people actually they cannot express, they cannot, and this is the time actually we have to arise beyond our own interests. Because why I'm saying that, brothers and sisters, the SPLM government actually, they think they are entitled to everything. And I said this many times, and I'm going to keep saying it. They are entitled to money, they are entitled to land, they are entitled to power, they are entitled to women. Imagine the concept. They are even, entitled. Yani, the ordinary person, it is all miskin. I have a friend of mine, he traveled to South Sudan. And he bought a, ticket from Juba, airline ticket. He wanted to fly to my home state, Northern Barkazal. He wanted to fly there. Thank you, brother. And imagine what happened. He was there at the gate of the airport and he wanted to take off to go to his place. He wanted to go to his family, his children. Here you come here, someone, general, whatever, lieutenant general, and came. And he said, oh, well, I wanted to fly right now. There is Safar Hassan. Anna there is Safar. Okay? And do you know what they did? The national security, they grabbed that miskin, that poor guy, despite that he has his ticket on his hand, and he booked it a week ago. But this guy now came in. You know what they did? They replaced him with that general because he has all these stars. The general SPLA say, hey, come on, get out of the way. And the poor guy he went home. Just put yourself, brother, in that man position, that poor guy position. How do you going to feel? How are you going to feel? Okay, now this general, he did this. It's just because it was carrying the gun during 21 years fighting against the oppressors, because he's in government and this guy is not. Just think about it. Think about it. Are these the values that South Sudanese fought for? Del qiyam anna harabna min ajlu? Del qiyam anna harabna shimal min ajlu? Of course my answer no. Anna ma harabna ashan niji namal oppress to our people. We do not fight. We did not fight to oppress our people. هاربنا عشان يتحرروا وعشان يكونوا في الديمقراطية، يكونوا في freedom and justice and liberty. يكونوا أحرار. ويكونوا في prosperity. ويكون في تنمية. That's what it was. It wasn't just to come and oppress them. We didn't fight to just come and oppress our people. But imagine today, even though انت لو داير تزوج وده انا بكلمكم بفاct, I'm not just making up thing. انت لو داير تزوج انت زول مسكين وانت بيد عجبك you really want to زوج بيت وعندك مال بسيط انت عارف شنو if there is one general who wanted to marry that girl and you still continue you will be in danger. Imagine you will be in danger. عشان كده أنا كلمتكم قبل. They think they are entitled of power, they are entitled of land, they are entitled of money, they are entitled even of women. So they forget the value that they fought for. The value they fought for, they forget totally. And now they think they wanted to reward themselves. It's all about rewarding themselves. They wanted to reward themselves. See, because I spent 21 years plus fighting, now is my time to eat. But brother general, or brother president, or brother minister, when you went to fight to fight for the people of Sudan, South Sudan, you did it because you care. Because you care about them. Because you don't want them to be oppressed. But now you are doing the same thing that oppressors used to do the people of South Sudan. Try to have a little bit of feeling. لازم يكون في شوية إحساس. I know, I understand. A lot of mistakes happen. But you know what? Sometimes you have to sit down to yourself, say, hey, Ya Jamaa, we have been brutal in this country. We have been, tearing this country apart. We have been killing people. We have been marginalizing. We have been doing a lot of bad things. And these are our people. Let us sit down and say, hey, enough is enough. Let's have a little bit of feeling sometimes, I'm talking to general, to all. Anyone that, in charge in South Sudan. It's a time for you to sit to yourself and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We need to have a conversation. We need to sit down. Is Nuer, is Denka, is Acholi, is Shuluk, is Lotuka. It's not going to do anything. We are all brothers. We are all the same brothers, We are all the same. That's not going to do anything, Instead, we should sit down as a brothers and sisters. Because we have that sense of belonging. We all belong together. We belong together. If you think we don't, we belong together. We are the same people. And that's why لما الناس مشينا غابة مشينا حاربنا كجنوبيين ما حاربنا كلابيت or Ndogo or Forge or whatever. حاربنا كجنوبيين. The same concept should be applied right now. Same concept. أقبلني أقبلك أقبلها وأقبل كل ونقعد مع بعض ونحل مشكلتنا. جنوب السودان بيكفينا زي ما أنا كلمتكم الأسبوع الماضي إنه مثلا في ناس بيشوفوا إنه resources are not enough. يعني that's why they are exercising corruption behaviors. لأنهم بيشوفوا لو بقى في fairness لو بقى في نزاهة في financial وفي سلطة وكل حاجة هم بيشوفوا مثلا يمكن الموارد ده ما يكفي. فأفضل إنه مثلا هم just push some people away and create chaotic situation إنه الناس يكونوا في الحرب عشان هم مثلا يستمتعوا باللحظات دي. لكن أنا قلت كلام واحد مرة الفات. أنا قلت يا أخي الريسورسز بتاع جنوب السودان enough for everybody. بيكفينا كلنا. بيكفي كلنا بيكفي. بس عايزين نقعد ونقول no enough is enough. وحتى ولو يعني مثلا أنت هسه قاعد كان أنت في الجمارك ولا كان أنت في الشرطة ولا كان أنت وين. Imagine if you are just if you are just stealing, do you think you're going to enjoy? لو المرة بتاعك يجيب أكل في الصحن يحط لك أنت بتاكل بكون في fear أنت بكون worried. The same way that you took it, maybe someone will come and get you. We don't want to continue that behaviors because actually it's not serving our interests. And that's why there is need for all the nation to come together. But I'm saying this. أنا وريتكم قبل القصة بتاعت الرجل القرق في أمريكا. قصة بتاعت the former vice president of the United States. إنه الراجل ما عايز يسمع الكلام لانه كان بيقول اوه انا ما داير اطلع من الفيضانات ده، ربنا يساعدني ربنا يساعدني، لحد ما شنو في النهايه شنو جا غرق. The same thing has happening in South Sudan للمواطنين بتاعنا you know. لانهم بيشوفوا كده اوه something will come، ربنا يطلعنا منه. ربنا اداك عقل، ربنا اداك عيون، ربنا اداك رجلين، اداك يدين. Okay, I'm not saying that go and carry a gun and fight them. No, I don't believe in violence at all. But I'm saying that you need to go to the street and express, you know, your opinion. I know they're gonna start, you know, shooting people and doing all these things. But do you think they're gonna shoot all entire people in the country? Look, in Russia, in 1900, what happened? Tsar. It was a very, very tough dictatorship. Tsar on Russia. كان بيحكم بالنار وحديد. في النهاية وين؟ شعب طلعوا برا. في النهاية جيش اللي انتوا بيشوفوا ده SPLM ديل. If you guys are worried، يعني مثلا لو شعب خايف، هنا مثلا احنا لو عملنا مظاهرات هيضربونا ويعمل لنا. You have a brother there في SPLM في SPLA ديل جيش ديل. You have a brother. You have a sister. Do you think they're gonna turn their gun on you? They have feeling too. في زمن بيجي هم زرع يقول لا 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 ديل أهلنا نحن ما نضربهم. We should listen to them. And that's what happened in Russia in 1900. Once Tsar was brutalized the country. وكد شعب طلع أدى تعليمات للجيش قال يا اضربوهم. جيش رفض قال لهم لا. ديل أمهاتنا، ديل أخواننا، ديل بناتنا. We cannot do that. So the SPLA, they will come to the senses that these are our brothers and sisters. We don't want to kill them. We cannot just kill them because for you to stay in power and they suffer. No, they're not going to do that. They will come to that senses. ولو في مظاهرات SPLA army, they will go. They will go, they will support. I know that they will support. You know, and that's why there is a need. There is a need for the people of South Sudan from all the corners of the country. It starts from Nyumlel, my own town. Awil, wow, Juba, Torit, Yei, Yambio, all these Malakal, Rang. They need to come out. They need to come out because this government is not serving them. We are dying every single day. So please let us continue, you know, the conversation. And I hope all the diaspora, this is what I suggest last time, all the diaspora, Nas, Europe, in Copenhagen, my brother Martin, you always speaking, you know, we should have one collective proposal, one voice. لأن أساسا the strategy that the SPLM government is using is divide and rule, you know. If they see you speaking too much, they will grab you and say, hey, we give you this. But that's not the solution, actually. That's not. They did it to who? To Atanyuega Atany. Because when he was writing really tough articles, you know, against the President Kiir, what did they do? They brought him and said, hey, you became a press secretary of the president. Now you have a paycheck. And he kept quiet. But that's not what we wanted to do, actually. Because this crisis is bigger than us. This country is bigger than us. It's not about paycheck. It's not about I will not talk. No. What about my grandmother? What about my uncle? What about my, you know, brother-in-law? What about my relatives? Are they getting paycheck too? No, they are not. And that's why we need fairness. That's why we need, مثلا, يكون في سلام, يكون في استقرار, ويكون في انتخابات حرة, يكون في إعداد سكاني, عشان الناس ديل يعمل لهم filter. When they go there, they represent real representation in parliament. ويكون في separation of power. عشان أي إنسان في الدنيا دي يا جماعة عشان يفكر ويعمل حاجة كويس لازم الانفايرمنت اللي هو عايش فيه يكون مهيئ للتفكير. لكن انت if you feel threat يعني مثلا if you say something انت كلمت ضد الرئيس انت هتشوف، انت كلمت ضد الوزير انت هتشوف. لو ما في freedom, do you think we're gonna get the talented people and الناس اللي smart, do you think they're gonna come out? They will not come out because always talent came when people speak up. You cannot just tell them keep quiet and then you expect the talented people will come. Actually, these people, they don't want, you know, talented people to arise. That's what it is. عشان كده الناس بيقول والله لو سلفا كير مشى بلده يبقى كيف بلده يخرب. معقول سلفا كير is the smartest South Sudanese? Is the only smartest South Sudanese? ما في ناس تانيين smart. في ناس تانيين smart. And في ناس تانيين عندهم حب للوطن. إنه مثلا لو مسكوا السلطة, they will do what President of Tanzania doing. John Magufuli. وانتو شفتوا في media what he's doing. what he's doing, he cut even the staff. لو الناس يكونوا ماشيين برا مثلا لو في وفد مثلا ل something لمؤتمر ولا حاجه كده بيمشي بس 4 نفر 4 نفر عشان يوفر. لان القروش ده بدل ما يضيعوه في لكجري في هوتيل وواين واكل وطيران، القروش ده ينفع الشعب، هيجيب دواء للمستشفى ويعمل شارع ويعمل مدرسه ويعمل. لكن no, that's not the case that we have. حكومة SPLM بيأجر طيارات، بيأجر طيارة ويكون في 60 ممبر. I remember لما هم جو هنا ل IMF you know في you know ل International Monetary Fund you know جو 60 وفد. imagine 60 وفد ده من يجي، ديل كلهم دايرين هوتيلات لاكشري، دايرين مواصلات، دايرين أكل كويس، دايرين يسكروا ولا ما جرى you know. So don't tell me that the current government, not the few, they are the smartest South Sudanese. There is a lot of smartest South Sudanese. Lakin they are not allowing the platform to be open. They are not allowing people to speak up. لأنه ما عارفين لو في real debate، لو في real democracy وبقى في real debate, people will choose who they want to. People will choose who they want to, and they don't want that even to take place. هم دايرين كلام ده يحصل. لأنه هم بيقولوا this is our time to eat. على قول المثل في واحد كاميرا ماشي بلد، ماشي سأل أنكل بتاعه واحد كده قلبه كويس، قالوا يا أخي أنكل بلد ده أنتوا خربتوا كده ماله. ده أنكل بتاعه يعني المفروض يكون في شارع كويس، يكون في مدرسة، يكون في مستشفى، يكون في كده كده. أنا عارف أنتوا بتركبوا طيارات والمواطنين ده في فكرينهم في الطين ومطر وحاجات دي كله وما قادرين يعيشوا. كلامنا يكون كيف؟ قالوا we don't talk like that here. If you keep talking like that you will be in trouble. Imagine that talk is not accepted here. قالوا why؟ قالوا because نحن ديل نحن كبار، نحن شمش بتاعنا هنا. انتوا عارفين لما زول يقول شمش بتاعنا هنا وانتوا شمش بتاعكم هنا، بمعنى شمش بتاعكم يا دوب انتوا you still young، شمش بتاعكم يا دوب طالع، ونحن شمش بتاعنا ماشي تحت، نحن ماشيين نموتوا. so عشان نحن عجايز، نحن كبار ضيعنا وقت كتير في الغابة. so this is our time now to eat please. ده الزمن بتاعنا. so we don't care about the infrastructure, we don't care about development, we don't care about all these things عشان يكون في تنمية وفي حاجات في البلد. no، لأنه كده كده نحن ماشيين نموتوا. imagine the ideology they have. what kind of ideology is that يا جماعة؟ بس فكر. imagine that kind of ideology. that's the ideology that people of South Sudan have been fighting for. nepotism, favorism. imagine Dr. John Garang هو من بورو، but هل كان هو سلطان ولا كان هو وزير؟ ما كان. he came from nowhere. كان زول مسكين وزول مسكين، لكن عنده guts، عنده love بتاع people، عنده love بتاع justice، عنده love بتاع prosperity، عنده love بتاع تنمية. عايز يشوف ناسه ناس، عايز يشوف جنوبين ناس العالم بيتكلم بهم، وعايز يشوف بلدنا بلد right. ما كان ود سلطان، ما كان ود وزير. these days if you say something ناس بيقول لك ده ناس مين ديل، ده ناس مين ديل. so عشان أنا ما ود سلطان، ما ود وزير، ما ود فلان فلان فلان. so I should not even speak up, I should not even talk. imagine concept الموجود في جنوب السودان. imagine brothers and sisters, if that's the country we dream of, if that's the way we want to go really. لو دايرين بلد يتطور يكون زي بلد تانيين، كينيا أحسن مننا، يوغندا أحسن مننا، ما أحسن دير كلهم ولا أحسن. دي ناس خمجانين أساسا. South Sudan to them, like that professor have said, become hunting field for them. يعني زي يعني غابة بتاع الصيد. South Sudan بقى كده. أبناء الوطن يصيدوا يصيدوا ويشيلوا الأموال بصادة في البلد ويمشي يبنوا بيوت وقصور وحاجات في بلاد تانية. زي ما هو قال تجي في لساوس نيروبي هسه تشوف يعني الناس الفيلم politician of South Sudan بانين قصور وعندهم عربات وهناك. يعني ده hunting field، ده بحر بتاعهم اللي هم بيصيدوا فيه، يصيدوا السمك بتاعهم ويشيلوا يمشي ياكلوا في مهل تاني. شايف الوضع يتقلب كيف؟ no one in that government actually loved the country. No one wanted to do something good for the people of South Sudan. Then as long as they are flying out, they are not walking on that muddy road, as long as they are not going to Juba hospital, they are going to Germany, they go to Frankfurt, no, it's not their business. They don't think actually about the future. They are thinking about themselves today. Why do we have to keep them, brothers and sisters? Why? I'm not telling you that carry the gun and fight them, but we should have uprising, silmi, muzaharat silmi, shanazil. Because we are wasting our time. And we are wasting time of generation to come. And our children and children. Right? By keeping quiet, Aslu, they think we are supporting what they are doing. They are. And that's why they are demanding, they keep doing the same thing, There is no way, if you're really interested in bringing peace in the country, you can isolate group. Gul ana bijibum wide. Oh, ana bani bisteri zolla, gulum ta'al na'mal ma'ak salam. نجيب ده نقول عمل معك سلام يا جماعة كلام ده حصل عمر البشير عمل عمر البشير عمل في الشمال عمل حاجة اسمه السلام من الداخل بدأ بالسلام من الداخل عمل في شودة مع الله كل you guys remember some of you may not عمل اتفاق خرطوم للسلام مع رياض مشار عمل اتفاق فرانكفورت ده قال اسمه شنو السلام من الداخل هل السلام من الداخل نجح now SPLM government using the same mentality, the same strategy. Al-Kad Bashir got istakdamu. The same. Is that going to help? Do you think that's going to help? Peace will not come into law if you don't admit it. In Muslim, oh, we make mistake. We should sit down and solve the problem from the roots. That's how the peace come. أنا لو عندي مشكلة لو ما قبلت إنه مثلا أنا عندي مشكلة المشكلة ما بتتحل إلا أنا I have to admit it that I have a problem. But if you are not admitting that you have a problem, there will be no solution at all. Because you have to accept first that there is a problem. And then sit on the round table. And then diagnose the problem. And then solve it. But just avoiding it will not bring anything. And people of South Sudan have suffered for so long. Suffered for so long, since 1955, in 1. In 70s, in 80s, in 90s. And now, in 21st century, our leaders are letting people suffer again. Unwanted war. They created unwanted war. Millions of people have sought refuge in neighboring countries. Why would you do that? And these are your people. And these are the future of the country. So how many people actually do you want to govern? 3 people? 4 people? So everybody should leave the country and then you should stay? Is that the values that we fought the oppressors? It's not going to bring anything. One more thing I want to say. You need to raise your voice. We need to talk to our people down there. They need to do uprising. I don't support violence. We are non-violence advocate. Concerned citizen is delegated to speak out for the voiceless people. And it's you have an obligation as a citizen of South Sudan to speak up and bring about change to the country. Because brothers and sisters, enough is enough. And finally, I thank you for joining me today. We will meet again next Saturday to have another form of discussion. Thank you, and may God bless you. And I hope our dream shall never die, and always the hope lives. I will leave you with that, and I would like to say uprising is very important, and that's what we should work on, because SPLM is not going to bring peace in South Sudan at all. It's not. Let us believe in ideologies. Let us believe in ideas, because through ideas we will bring the unity of South Sudan. It's not through tribe. It's not through regionalism. It's not through, whatever, you believe in. It's through ideals. Your idea, my idea, their ideas. Combine them together. That's what's going to make South Sudan a united country. South Sudan belongs to all of us, and we are all belong together. Thank you, and may God bless you.